Alright, how's it going? So, Crawford puts on a dominant display, stops Spence in round 9. Alright? Listen, pre-fight I picked Spence. My initial prediction was Crawford by stoppage, but maybe I overthought it a bit and changed my pick to Spence by stoppage. But as we saw, Crawford was completely dominant in this fight. I didn't expect that. I don't think really anyone or very few people expected Crawford to be so dominant in this fight. Round 1, was 50-50. I think I had Spence winning round 1, but after that it was all Crawford. Contrary to what I said in my prediction video, I said Spence's defense was more tight. His arms are more tight to his body, gloves are more tight. He's got a better defense than Crawford. Contrary to that, Crawford's defense was very tight. I was completely wrong on that. Hands up, completely wrong. Crawford's defense was extremely tight. Everything Spence threw, and Spence did try. He did throw a lot of body shots. He did let his hands go to a certain degree, but Crawford caught everything. He was just catching Crawford in the arms and on the gloves. Crawford caught everything Spence threw at him. His defense was very, very tight. And then he would counter Spence, and obviously he hurt him, he busted him up. I mean, we've never seen Spence that hurt before. We've never seen Spence, bleeding and battered like he was against Crawford tonight. I mean, he was just beat up. Crawford was completely dominant in this fight. I will say one thing. I think the stoppage was a bit early, even though Crawford was dominant, right? And I don't really mind the stoppage because Crawford was so dominant, he would have won anyway, right? Crawford would have stopped Spence in the next round or round after, or won a clear unanimous decision, regardless. But the fight was stopped early, I thought. Spence wasn't hurt, he wasn't down when the ref stepped in to stop the fight. So I thought that the stoppage was a little bit questionable, but there is no doubt on who won the fight. Crawford was dominant from round 2 onwards. He won every round apart from the first. Like I say, I gave the first to Spence only slightly, but from then on Crawford was just completely dominant. Yeah, really unexpected. I didn't expect such a one-sided fight, and it really shows Crawford was a level above Spence. So obviously we'll see what happens from here, but I don't think there's any need for a rematch. I mean, if Spence triggers the rematch, I just don't know what he's doing, because he was completely outboxed, outclassed. He couldn't do anything. He tried, but he just couldn't get to Crawford at all. So I don't think there's any need for a rematch in this one. Spence should move up, right? He should go to 154. He won't have to cut as much weight, so maybe he'll be a bit stronger there. I think Spence still has a career. I think he still can win a title at 154 or even 160. But 147, he's done. He can't beat Crawford. There's no way he triggers a rematch and beats Crawford at 147. That's just not going to happen. He was completely outclassed tonight. So yeah, it is what it is. Terence Crawford, great performance, dominant performance. Showed he's a level above, as Inoue showed against Fulton, right? The other night, Inoue showed he's just a level above Fulton. Crawford showed he's a level above Spence tonight, and congratulations on the win to Crawford. Let me know what you thought of the fight. Were you surprised that Crawford won so easily, so dominantly? Because I was really shocked by how one-sided it was. But yeah, there you go. Crawford wins, 9th round stoppage. Again, I thought the stoppage was early. I didn't think that was the right time to stop the fight, but regardless of that, Crawford would have stopped him or won by clear, unanimous decision, regardless. Alright. So yeah, let me know what you thought, and have a good one.